Good evening from my workshop in Blonsey. So I just thought I'd do a little update on our plan here, or my plan here. So when I bought the property 4 years ago, this barn was empty. There was nothing in here. And the main feature was this wall where our electricity box is. And everybody that came into this workshop commented on this curved wall here. And the wall's curved for a reason. It was so that the farmer could come in with his tractor and turn around and do what he needed to do in here. But now we've changed the space and now it's a workshop. And it's taken me 3 years to get to this point. We had to install, before we installed, we had to dig down and remove God knows how many tons of flooring, because we have a concrete pad up here, a concrete pad down here, and over there we had to go down 200 mil to get to a good surface in order to start building up the calcare and everything else. I'll post some photos of what this space used to look like. So we had to dig down a considerable amount in order to install this new concrete slab. And that took some work to do, and that took a lot of time to do. And then since the concrete slab was installed, then I was working on chateaus and working around France and getting funds together to pay for stages of my renovation project, plus the workshop. So the long-term plan has always been, to build a new machine shop. And after 3 years of doing that, and all the electricity install, the beton install, the buying the new machines, the upgrading, the getting everything ready in that room in there, which is my little mini atelier, where I do all my finish work. Stage 3 is to put a new mezzanine up here for all our wood store, because we already have a mezzanine up there for our wood store. And then up here, a finishing room. So there is logic to my plan. It may not seem like it, but there is. Even outside, so beyond the big grand doors, the secure doors, outside will be the outside carving space where I'll do all my freeform sculpture carving. And on the other side of the barn, I've got a hanger to do more carving work. So the reason I'm telling you this is because sometimes it's important, or not important, but I enjoy sharing my journey and I enjoy sharing why I do what I do. When I moved to France, how many years ago now? 8 or 9 years ago. My plan was to do this, but not to this scale, not to this level. And it was really difficult to find a property that fitted my remit, which was lots of barn space and a small property. So our house is only 170 square meters, but our barn space is over 1,000 square meters. And that's really important for me because I'm a bit of a hoarder for wood, and I have all types of wood, planks of wood, wood for resin tables, wood for cube blocks, wood for everything, flooring, you name it, I've got wood for everything. And that means you need space. But it also means that you need machines to work from. And Ray working here has been a real pleasure this week, which is another reason I'm making a post, because Ray leaves the workshop perfectly tidy, like absolutely A-grade tidy, because that's how artisans work. When you're working with a great artisan who respects your space and respects their space, which means that it's not my space anymore, it's a communal space, which means that working on joint projects means that people get to know the space and feel happy to work in it. Because you may not know this, but a workshop is a really personal space. And the way you set up your tools, the way you set up your machines, the way you hang your rulers, your squares, your blades, all of those things affect how a workshop flows. And having Ray in here and another artisan in here, I kept asking him, how does it feel? Are you happy with where things are? Do you want to change anything? But no, it just works. It's just a really good ebb and flow in a workshop. And for me, that means that it's well designed, it's got a good flow, and it's fluid. which means that you can get things done without being stopped by having to move something else and shift a machine and do something else. There's a natural flow to the workshop. And I spent a lot of time designing and thinking about the workshop and where things should be and where things should go. I know it's always evolving. There's never an end point to a workshop design. When it comes to the format of where machines go, pretty much that's where they go and that's where they'll stay. But for the other elements, like up on the mezzanine, the small workshop, the new mezzanine for storing wood, they're all developments, they're all things that you do over time to make the workshop more efficient. Because an inefficient workshop means that one, it doesn't pay for itself, but two, it's not a pleasure to work in. So this week's been great for me, and for Ray as well, working in here, because you get things done, and you get things done to a really high level of quality finish, which is even more important about making sure you got the right machine. So that's me sharing a little bit about my space and a little bit about my journey, and why Parfait Parquet exists and why I enjoy doing what I do, which is sharing what we do. So thanks for watching, and I hope this answers a few questions about what we're doing, because we have plans.